For the last 2 years, global corporate strategy has been dominated by a single obsession: artificial intelligence. Every major enterprise raced to adopt the technology, launching isolated pilot programs and sandboxed experiments in an attempt to capture immediate value. But the grace period for those experiments is closing. Corporate boards and shareholders are now applying intense financial pressure, demanding that these expensive technological initiatives actually yield tangible returns. Accenture research shows that only 32% of enterprise leaders report sustained organization-wide impact from their AI investments. The remaining 68% are seeing little to no systemic benefit. Analysts define that massive 68% failure rate as the execution gap. It is the measurable divide between the capital companies are pouring into AI systems and their actual ability to deploy those systems into live operations. The conclusion from the data is severe. Simply purchasing access to advanced software is no longer a competitive advantage. The global enterprise sector is struggling because it is failing at the mechanics of structural implementation. A major driver of this failure rate is the very industry designed to prevent it. Traditional tech consulting models are actually widening this execution gap rather than closing it. Legacy consulting relies on delivering high-level strategy. They produce theoretical roadmaps, advisory slide decks, and isolated proofs of concept that look impressive in a boardroom, but lack the technical scaffolding to scale across a massive company. The daily reality of enterprise operations demands something entirely different. Live business environments require systems that are fully integrated, secure, and ready for production on day one. Businesses are trapped in a paralyzing loop. They are paying millions for theoretical strategy, when their operational reality strictly requires hands-on engineering execution. That misalignment is exactly what software leaders ServiceNow and Accenture are attempting to break. During the Knowledge 2026 conference in Las Vegas, the two companies announced a joint initiative to completely bypass the traditional advisory phase. The core structural change is a sharp pivot away from external consultants. Instead, they are deploying embedded AI-native engineering teams directly into the enterprise. These engineering units function differently. Rather than testing theories in isolated corporate sandboxes, they build the technology directly inside the customer's live operational environments. By building inside the live system, the structure forces production deployment from the very first day. The entire pilot project haze is eliminated. The global technology industry is pivoting. Vendors are moving away from selling abstract advice and are now selling the hands-on architectural rebuilding of live business operations. The mechanical foundation of this new program is immediate integration. Customers gain instant access to over 300 pre-built autonomous workflows integrated directly through the ServiceNow platform. This animated flowchart breaks down the complex mechanism driving these workflows, known as Agentic AI. Unlike standard generative tools that require a linear, human-prompted input to produce a single output, Agentic AI functions as a dynamic, circular network capable of continuous autonomous decision support without waiting for manual instructions. Once embedded into a live enterprise, these agents execute specific, complex operations on their own. They monitor compliance checks, orchestrate customer service requests, and manage internal automation across thousands of daily tasks. But unleashing autonomous software inside sensitive business environments carries massive inherent risk. Corporate leaders rightfully fear systems taking unapproved actions with secure data. To manage that risk, ServiceNow routes the deployments through an AI control tower. This is a centralized government system designed to actively monitor, secure, and lock these agents within strict digital perimeters at scale. True enterprise AI is only viable when its massive autonomous capability is restrained by an inflexible, centralized security architecture. The parameters of global technological competition have permanently shifted. Raw computing capability is no longer the decisive factor. Enterprise tech firms cannot win market dominance simply by engineering the smartest AI model or publishing the highest benchmark scores. The raw technology is insufficient. The new criteria for dominance require superior workflow integration, ironclad governance infrastructure, and seamless deployment mechanics. This shift is particularly critical for emerging markets and African enterprises. In regions where operational efficiency and scalable digital infrastructure are the primary hurdles to expansion, these autonomous workflows offer a way to bypass legacy systems. It makes execution capability the primary lever for global competitiveness. Scalable execution capability has replaced isolated innovation as the ultimate differentiator dictating where future global investment flows. This market shift has permanently altered the standard for global enterprise operations. The infrastructure required to compete has been redefined. The 2-year era of hyping new features and playing with isolated AI tools is officially dead. The businesses that survive the next decade will be the ones that stop treating artificial intelligence as an external experiment and start integrating it directly into the mechanical core of their operations.